I'm back. I'm rambling. So you know what that means. Strap yourself in, get yourself snacks and drinks, and get comfortable because I'm going to be talking about Miraculous again. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm very excited about because I don't know if you could tell by my t-shirt, but it's another Miraculous related video and Adrienette because I love them, and of course season 5 gave us canon Adrienette, and so that's going to be today's video. I'm basically just going to be talking about them for just season 5 because season 5 was such a wow season. Sometimes I still can't get over how it happened and things that happened and how much the show's changed, but of course the main thing about it that I loved was the fact that Adrienette became official. And because obviously if you didn't know, I am the biggest Adrienette shipper to exist, and so it was only right that I was like screaming about it. I have done a video a few years ago now of Adrienette in general. I did like top 10s and I did one for Adrienette, but of course I feel like I didn't even include season 4 in that. I just was doing 1 to 3, but like now I'm going to be talking about just season 5 because of course it's hard with this because now I don't know how my ranking stands because of the fact that we actually have official like actual coupley moments, you know, like the kiss and stuff. So it's just like, how am I going to like, you know, so I just have to talk about season 5 like just as its own thing. So that's what I'm going to do. Also, I'm hoping that, I feel like I've just thought of this and I've already like said some things, but this will contain spoilers. So if you still haven't seen season 5, what are you doing? Go to Disney Plus now and watch it all and then come back. But also like, yeah, if you haven't and you still don't know about these things, then whoops, but please. By now, you've got to have done if you like Miraculous like me, so. And it's also probably why you're here, so yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling and get on with it because I'm very excited, so get comfy. Let's talk. Oh yes. Alright, so as usual, my phone's here and I have an endless list of all the scenes that they had in season 5. Okay, so I did some research, but I basically watched the show again for Adrienette scenes because I knew them, but I had to go through because I'm not being funny, but the names of these episodes I'm gonna struggle with because I can't pronounce half of them, and it's like, how is this meant to be a kids show and the little kids are meant to be like, oh yeah, that episode, like what? So yeah, I had to remember which ones they were from and obviously how many there were because there was some that I was like, oh my god, yeah, that's like, that was so cute. So yeah, but like I was thinking, I'm probably not going to like talk in depth about everything because I think for this video I am going to include the clip because I like to do that, and I don't think I will for everything, but I don't know, it depends how I feel when I edit it because it could be different. It's just the fact that it ends up being like literally hours and hours long, and sometimes I just don't want that to happen, but it just does, so I'm like, apologies in advance, but yeah. So we're going to get on with it and we'll do it by episode. Okay, so the first episode was... Well, the first episode was no Adrienette at all because that was literally just Lady Noir the entire time. So, yeah. So, the first one with Adrienette was multiplication. And the first scene I have... oh god, yeah, this one's cute actually. So, the first scene I have is when Adrian tells Marinette that he doesn't want to be a model anymore. Or he told his dad that he doesn't want to be a model anymore. Yeah.
Tell her my father's fine with me not modeling anymore.
What? You don't want to be a model anymore? Now that's a scoop. You had a heart-to-heart with your father? That's wonderful.
My life would be very different without you in it. You've always been there for me. Through every rough patch, giving me good advice. You're special. Thank you, Marinette.
Oh, like, they literally started off strong because this was like the second episode and we already were getting like great Adrienette. I mean, to be honest, Adrienette was sort of starting to be a thing in the end of season 4, so I was a bit like, but oh, I loved this because he was just so cute. But of course, she was being a weirdo and she was being an idiot then, and Ali was like stating the facts, like speaking for the fandom, because you know, she was like, no, like, I'm sure she said, like, oh, he's just my friend or something, and she was just like, excuse me, and I was just like, yeah, me, because, like, sorry, because now he's coming out being like, you know, like, hi, and I can't, the amount of times that he called her, / like, they called each other in this season, I was dead, because he just kept ringing her, like, hey, and I was just like, stop that, like, that's just, well, like, any little tiny detail of them doing anything couple related killed me. I mean, ringing you isn't, but it just felt like, oh my god. So yeah, I loved it. It was kind of a short moment, but it was still precious because obviously she was the one who like cared about him. She is the only one, I think, in this show that actually truly cared about Adrian, and I love it. I mean, maybe Natalie too, because yeah, but still, like, she would listen to things he wanted. So of course in that episode when he said, oh, I don't want a model, she was like, well, tell him, you know, like, she actually was like caring about it. And then of course he then decided to, and it went well, so he was like, thanks for that, and I was just like, whoa, I just couldn't. And also, I'm not gonna lie, the bit before was so funny, you know, when because she was like, no, I'm not answering it, so Alia did, and she was like, Marinette's assistant, and he was just like, oh hey. I'm literally dead. I can't with their dynamic, like, it's just brilliant. But yeah, I mean, she was irritating because she's literally, the love square was doing the flip, wasn't it? So then that was getting annoying, but either way, I just couldn't cope with Adrian because he was just starting to be so cute with how much he was like starting to feel feelings for her, and I was just like, help. Oh, okay, so the next episode is Illusion, because that was obviously the only one I had for multiplication, so now we're on to Illusion, and oh my god, I've literally named it as what he said, because sometimes I really don't know what to name it other than the line they say, so I don't know, maybe I'll just put the clip in now.
Well, it's just my image, and it's allowing me to spend more time with the people I care about, like my father, my friends, you.
Whoa, this made me melt, I'm not gonna lie, and the way he like looked at her as he was saying that, and she was just like, wait, what? She was like, not really, because I'm not being funny, but it was kind of still cute that she was, I mean, was it, but like, when she's doing that weird stuff where she's trying to like avoid it, because of course, all the time, all she would do is be weird because she would want that, but she would never be able to say it. And then now that she sort of like knows, she can sort of already tell that he's like trying to confess or like say that he has feelings, and then she's like, no, actually, and I'm like, I'm just like, what? So like, it was getting annoying, but obviously I was fine in the end, so it was just leading up to it. But yeah, this was lightweight because it was very brief because they were just in the queue, because wasn't it his first time in the cafeteria? I think it was, because like normally his dickhead dad wouldn't let him do that, so yeah. And I can't remember, they were, I think, yeah, again, they were talking about like, she was excited about the fact that he'd like said to his dad, like, I didn't want to model, so she was like, well done. And then, yeah, it gives me more time to spend with you. Whoa. And she was like, what? And Alia, yet again, was the entire fandom, because she was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. She was like, all right. But she was like, no. And then she was like, yep. And pushed through it. I was like, stop. Like, Alia speaks for us all in these moments, because, like, I literally love her. She was brilliant. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like I say, it was kind of a small moment, but it was still attacked me. So, yeah, literally, because I put you in like bold, and then I put like some emojis next to it. I feel like the ones that have emojis, because I have done that, are like the ones that make me think more, you know, I can tell that, so yeah. Alright, so the next episode was Determination, and that had a few, so we'll talk about those. So the first one I have, oh good grief, yeah. So there was a thing where I was like, I kind of want to just do when they interact, you know, it's just actual Adrienette moments, and where it is them two together and they're talking or they're doing something. But some of them had moments where Adrian was like talking to somebody else, or he was like thinking about Marinette and being all like, ugh. So I was just like, I have to. So these were like a lot of that, because I've called it Adrian's goo goo eyes / realizing his love.
Sorry I'm late, Adrian. So, have you figured out how you feel about Marinette?
Yes, I think I'm in love.
So yeah, I mean, it literally starts like straight away with her like dropping Kagami off on the bike, and why her hair was down, I don't know, and also why she took her helmet off for a minute to do that, and then put it back on again. I was like, okay, but like the hack on, the way they were literally attacking me so much with Adrienette, like I was like, wait, but I also loved it because it was so Adrienette heavy, but I was like, thank God, because I was like, I need it, like I do. I was like, oh, I just wanted it so much. And then obviously, so he was just like, duh, like, and it was like, whoa, boy, stop that. And of course, then she was like, bye, because she was being a bit, again, because she was like, and I got, she go, why did she, wait, what is it? Why did she go that quickly? Because she doesn't take fencing class with us. Yeah, literally, boy. He was like, I kind of wish she did. I mean, she did that one time, so maybe she should come back and do it again. Oh my God. But then, of course, I think I was like slashing it because it was the goo goo eyes were more that bit when he was like looking at her, waving like, and she was just like, right. And then, of course, the picture that she drew of her, he was looking at, and he was like, oh. And so, yeah, that was so cute. I mean, I said realizing his love, but like, yeah, pretty much. Because that's basically what he did in this entire episode. That was more towards the end, the realising his love, but yeah, he still did. Aha! But yeah, the Kagami as well was also a move. Like, she was brilliant in this episode. Even Luca as well, because like our exes basically came with us to help us like set us up, but they were like, what is actually happening? I'm not being funny, but Luca literally stated the facts. Like, I'm pretty sure I had this as a theory once in a blue moon, and then he ended up saying it in this episode, and I was like, wow. But it was like, I think he walked off with Kagami when they were being weird, and he was saying like, oh, Adrian's just well loved and he loves everyone and things like that, so he just doesn't pick up the signals that she's sending him that are like in that way, sort of like feelings of being with you. And I was like, stop, because that is literally a theory I had where I was like, well, how's he gonna know what her being like that it means like feelings, you know? And I was like, wow, they were literally iconic in this, like being there trying to like set them up was so good. This next one is hilarious, and yet again I literally just have what the line is, so I'm just gonna just put the clip in now.
You kissed me.
I actually can't, because as well, how dare they for doing that to us? Like, she was a bit like that, like, oh, let's meet at the museum, and she was like, what? She's like, not really, like, I have PTSD from going there, so I'm alright. But like, sure. And yeah, again as well, that made me laugh, because of course Kagami was like, you're asking her out because you clearly have feelings for her, and so he was like, and did. And of course she was there with everyone else, and they were like, what? Did he just ask you out? That's amazing. So yeah, but she was like, so I couldn't cope with it. So the whole time, of course, she was a bit like, about that. And so he brings it up. I think he knew. He was just like, remember that. So I'm sorry. But in my brain, they did not kiss in that episode. Maybe I'm just telling myself that because I don't like that scene. But like, they did not kiss. Okay, like, please. I was thinking that she was going to, and then he was like, whoa, and I was like, oh, I just can't do it. It makes me so like, gives me the cringe. But they then throw it in our faces so much in this season because apparently it's like the fact that he then, that was the reason for him, like, realising his feelings. And I was like, excuse me, why? Because there was so many other scenes that they had that were so much cuter that could have been instead of that. And I'm like, why? But whatever. So, either way, I just laughed because, like, you kissed me. And she was like, yeah, I don't actually, but, like, oh, shoot. But, like, I still been like, no, she didn't, but whatever. They say that she did, so... whatever. But he was like happy about it. He wasn't like, yeah, do you remember because you kissed me? And he was just like, you kissed me. So I was just like, oh my, like, stop that now, Asian. Like, I'm dead. Oh yes. So this next one, it's still the same episode, and it's when basically Luca like cuddled her to make him jealous, and so he was like looking at them like,
Well, I think you may have more in common with Adrien than you think. Trust in yourself for once.
Feeling jealous?
I don't know. All I know is that I'd like to be in Luca's place.
Woo! Oh my god, that was hilarious. Because, yeah, again, Luca was everything. And he was like, let's do this, because that'll make him, you know. And obviously it helped. Because Kagami was the same, him feeling jealous. And he was like, no, but also yes. Because, no, but then I would like to be in his place. But so she's like, well, then you're jealous. So that's yes. I actually, but it was just, because, she was freaking out, and I was just like, girl, please, why are we doing this? Because, and I know why, though, because obviously the main reason why she then didn't want to, go anywhere with him anymore was because of the mistake she'd done in season 4, which was obviously mistake Felix for him and do the thing, and yeah. So I was like, I get it, and I think she was acting weird because she still felt the way, you know, she still loved him, even though she's trying not to, and so that's why she was being all weird, because she was like, no, I can't do it because of that. But it was like, girl, please, we're fine, I know you did that, but we'll sort it out in the end, you know, it's like, just do it, just go with him, because I just couldn't cope with him starting to be all mushy-gushy over it. I was just like, I'm dead. I loved it so much. And so, of course, him being jealous, I was like, I was like, yeah, that's great. I love doing that. Okay, and the last one I have from Determination, this attacked me. But this was the last bit. So we've already, the Akuma's already happened, and we've done that, and we've come back, and he is worried about her basically, and he's shouting for her.
Marinette! Marinette! Marinette!
Phew, are we out of danger? Is it over?
Marinette! Yeah, don't worry. Everything's okay now.
Whoa. Yeah, again, I was like, whoa. Because I literally felt like everything they did, I was like, stop. But yeah, I just couldn't cope, because of course he was like, Marinette, where are you? Because I feel like this is where the flip officially happened, because of course we then did the fights, and oh yeah, the Lady Noir moment, because that's how she was and felt like that. So then I was like, oh dear. It's just the fact that for a while, he was shouting, and they were looking as well, but she was just hid behind the thing for a while, because she was like, and then she was just like, oh, I'm here, and he was like, oh, good grief. The fact that he was worried for where she was, and then he was relieved that he found her. He was like, oh, there you are, you're okay, and he grabbed her shoulders. Whoa. I was like, stop that. It was precious. And then she was like, bye. And I was just like, oh dear. But he was fine with it. He was like, And yeah, again, Kagami was everything. She's like, right, what do you feel then? And he was like, I'm in love. I was like, I'm dead. Oh my. But then she went out and sobbed in the rain because she loved Cat Noir. And I was like, oh dear. I was like, what is happening? Why are we doing that? I mean, yeah. I was like, are we doing this just to satisfy people that ship marry cats? Because we had that stint then, and obviously that was and then obviously everyone was screaming about that, but then it was haha, in your face now, because now you won't get that, because Adrienette's a thing. Literally. Okay, so the next one I have is from the episode Passion, and I only have the one because obviously that's what we had, and it's, oh my god, yeah, I love this episode as well. I feel like I rewatched this a lot. It was so funny. So this is when Adrien bumps into Marinette, and then she realizes that he's sad about Natalie.
Marinette?
Adrien's fine. No, you're not mine, and you're not fine. You are fine. Adrien, is something wrong?
Oh my god, this was brilliant, because I can't. The whole beginning part, the morning of it, was he was just oogling and googling over her. I'm sure it was where he was drawing steam in the whatever, drawing her face in the steam on the mirror, and Black was just like, what is happening? But still, he was just so happy about it, and he was fine. And then of course went to find Natalie to ask for advice, to know talk to her, because he was I can't, sometimes that makes me laugh, because of course in that episode in season 2 when he was feeling the same, but he was like, I'm gonna go to you for advice, and she was like, that was hilarious, because I was like, yeah, let me talk to you, because it isn't you. And she thought it was as well. But anyways, I went to Natalie, but then I was sad. So then I was like, shit. That made me cry a little bit when I first watched it, because the way he cares for Natalie, I'm like, help. So then he goes to school and he's like, because he wants to help her, and I'm just like, stop that. That was he's really cute. But of course, then she's there. Whoa, hey! Of course, she's doing that weird shit, like, Adrienne, and she's like, you're not fine, but you're not mine. And then, but you are fine, or something. And then she was like, hold, are you right? So I just, that killed me, because normally she just, some season 4 episodes and moments of them were a bit the same, but she was still being weird, and I was like, no, but this one was cute because she was being weird. But then when she realized, she instantly like changed out of that, because she knew, she's like, shit, you're alright. And I was like, stop. I loved it, because obviously then he was like, yeah, but then he was like, no, I'm not. And she was like, wait, what? I loved it. She like was like genuinely like concerned for him. And then the speech that she said, I was like, whoa. And the way it was like showing them like really close, because I was like randomly had papers that I then threw everywhere, so you were helping me pick them up. Yeah.
You know, even when there's nothing you can physically do for the people you love, sometimes just being there for them is enough.
I really like that a lot. And obviously then he's like being lovey-dovey again, because he was like saying, you always have the right words. Do I? I just said age your fine and age your mind, but he obviously didn't care about that. So he's like, yeah, I like that. Oh my God. But then, and then of course he's like about to say like, you or something, or I, and then she's like, not really, bye, and he's just like, But still, oh my God, I'm plugging Tiki. When that was so cute, because he was like, shit, sugar cube, this isn't this, and she was like, hell yes. I was like, yeah, me as well, Tiki. But oh my God, I just couldn't go. They were so cute. Holy shit, this next one is so cute. And it's another episode, it's reunion. So this is like, this, I've realised, but there is only like one episode or one scene from like one episode, but that's fine, because they were still cute. So this was from reunion, and I've literally wrote it as Adrian tries to ask Marinette to the movies, and then in brackets I put, he blushes.
Hey Marinette, since I don't have to be home right away, how would you like to go somewhere? Like the movies, for example?
Yeah, stop. This was so precious. And of course, yeah, again, she was like, no, we need to go do this. And they were like, what? But I just can't, because they were sat next to each other. And then they was like, oh yeah, because, what's his name? Is it Jaleel? Alex's brother. Because Alex is gone now, she's Bunnix. And he was like worried about her, which was kind of cute, to be honest. And so he was like, bye, have fun or whatever. And so then he was like, hey, and I was just like, whoa, because he sort of just then like was like, I'm sat next to you, so like, hi, and she was just like, wait, well, don't talk to me. But it's just the fact that he blushed, and then he was like, so he did the arm thing, do you want to maybe go to the movies or something? And she was just like, no, and I was just like, girl, I was just like, say yes, like, what are you doing? But well, the thing was, I just liked it because it was, yeah, again, Adrienette, and he was trying to, like, do stuff again with her, and she was just like, no. But it was because they were doing that thing, weren't they, with, the thing that she has from Tiki. She was, like, bringing, and I'm not being funny, but I can't watch that without laughing, because the woman, you know, the, like, whatever she does, when the old ladybug that she brings back that's, like, a ghost, or, like, only she can see her, it's totally Natalie's voice. The woman that plays Natalie totally did the voice of her as well, because I can't not hear it the same. Like, I watched it in French, obviously, and it was different, but then, like, in English, I was just like, whoa, it's Natalie. Like, I just can't hear it otherwise. I just hear Natalie, and it's hilarious. But yeah. Because, because, of course, the reason why I was doing it, because I was talking about, she wanted to know, like, in the past, if the holders had a love story, you know, like Ladybug Cat Noir, if the holders, because of course she was being stupid and she was like, oh, I love Cat Noir now, and it's like, you know, it's like, seriously. But yeah, she was asking about that, so that's why I was still being like, no, to Adrian. I'm just like, girl, please, because just go to the movies with him, it'll be hella cute, like, holy shit. But okay, so this episode, so I'm gonna say these episodes, but also, yeah, so the first one is, or the first couple is from Transmission, which is part 1 of Kwame's Choice. And so these episodes, like, we all were waiting for, because I remember this as like a teaser, and we were all like, whoa, what? Because it was when she was like sad in bed, and Adrian went to her room, and they were like saying these things, and we were just like, excuse me. So like when this actually came out, I was like, whoa. But yeah, this is the bit. Yeah, again, is it speech? Because I feel like it is. I've said it's Adrian tries to cheer Marinette up. And then obviously the lines.
Looks like you're not doing too great. Can I help you?
No one can help me.
I don't care, Marinette. I love you just the way you are.
I don't love you. I've had feelings for you, Adrian, but I don't anymore. It's better that way.
Oh, holy shit. This like broke me a little bit because I was like, what? Don't say that. And I literally have put an emoji next to it, which is like the crying. Because obviously, it was like the first time that he was like, I love you just the way you are. And I was like, wow, you actually said I love you to her. Like, wow. And she was a bit like sorry. Because God, I'm like, ugh, because like, yeah, obviously because he went, that meant Plug and Tiki like snuck away and like hid somewhere, and she was basically just depressed about being Ladybug, and I was just like, how are you always like, no one will understand me because no one will truly know me, but I'm like, Alia now knows that you're Ladybug, so like in a way, but yeah, she was like, no, tell her to go because she'll catch my weakness or something. I was like, girl, what is happening? But I understood, like, I get it, because she was just going through some shit. And it's just the fact that Adrian is just so like, he just cares for her in this time. So he's like, I need to go and see. I mean, it was mainly because of Alia and Nino. They were like, you take the homework, because he had to take homework as well. But I mean, the first part was more just like the fact that he was more concerned about her, and I was just like, I'm dead. I'm sorry, because is this? Yeah, totally. I'm like, this is the episode after Relation, I think. So of course we've already like been on the beach and did that shit and kissing and stuff, and then because Plug was hilarious because he was just like, well, that's what happens when you flirt as Cat Noir, you broke her heart, and he was like, that was terrible of me, and he was like, it was. Plug is literally a mood, but then of course it's just, I just couldn't cope with it because, of course, they were, like, in the room and they were talking, like, no, because they'll reveal. And I'm like, just say that a little bit louder because I don't think they heard you. I'm like, bloody hell. But it was, like, wow, because she nearly literally said to him, like, it's because I'm Ladybug. And they're like, no, you can't do it. And I'm like, why, though? Like, it really winds me up how much they throw it in our faces that they can't tell each other. And I'm like, ugh. Like, it's just like, I don't give a shit. Like, we'll be fine if we tell each other, like, we'll be fine. But yeah, either way, this was like, wow, it was emotional, but it was like still precious because, of course, I just loved Adrian going to see her when she was like sad and in bed. And I'm like, oh my God, if this was like more of how I think about things in my head, like, if they were like actually together as well, the way that it would be like he would be going up to in the bed with her and like probably cuddling her or something, like not in like a thinky way, but just there for her, like hold her or something, because I'm so mushy gushy and soft for them that I just think about it in more like that kind of way, because I'm just like, I can't. So yeah, the next one from that one is obviously he then goes back because of course he leaves because he's just like, she's just like, yeah, I don't love you anymore, it's better that way, and he's like, what? And then obviously he's like, well, bye, see ya. And I can't, like, that episode was so sad because Plug and Tiki were the same. They were like, oh no, so that's why they took him off of him. They were like, we're not doing it no more. But then they were like happy about that, like, because they felt like, oh my God, like, we don't have Plug and Tiki, like, we haven't got the responsibilities anymore. They were like, all right. So they, he ran back again because he forgot to give her the homework. That's so funny.
I forgot to give you your homework.
Thanks for bringing my homework.
I'm really glad that I did.
Yeah, this one was like, wow. And because obviously then I was fine then. Like, my lights were on and I had my outfit back on and I was pinning back up pictures I had of you because she did, like, rip them off, didn't she? And then he was like, we're better, I see. Oh my God, though. It always makes me laugh so much because of the way that she was trying to be like, I love that always makes me laugh so much. And he's like, you're right. And she's like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll say it. And he's like, oh my God, the fact he knows her so well that he's like, let's do this game, left and right, but like arm, but then like, oh shit, I don't even know your left and right.
Hold on, I have an idea. I'm gonna ask you some questions. Raise your right hand for yes, and your left hand for no.
They are literally goals, and I can't. I'm saying cute like every 65 seconds, but because every single moment they have is, and I have to. But I just, yeah, I can go with it because, oh my god, and her parents, yeah, again, were like, what's happening? And then, did you ever love me? And they were like, like clearly they're okay now. But yeah, I just couldn't. The fact as well that they were partying because he took the homework and they were like, yeah, they're doing it, they're getting together, but then it's like, we weren't. And then now that you're like, right, they're bummed out, we were alright then. I was like, what are you doing? Like, that's just weird. But no, it was so cute because obviously they did the like, did you ever love me? Yeah, I did. And like, do you need time? Yes. I was just like, oh my god. But his face like as well when she did the wrong hand, and she was like, shit, no, I don't mean that. I confused them. And he was like, oh. Wait, I literally can't. They are so cute. Okay, so that's, oh shit. No, I have one more from that one, which was also transmission, and it's when, oh yeah, they watch the new heroes on his phone together.
Scarabella's back.
But Cat Noir isn't there.
I'm sure everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, so this was one where, obviously, because they aren't Ladybug Cat Noir anymore, Scarabella, so Alia, and then Zoe is now the new holder of the cat. So they're watching it, and that was cute. I mean, yeah, again, that was like a slight moment, but it was cute because obviously they ran to the balcony, they were like, shit, but then, we can't do it. And then they were just like, so like, that was cute actually, because she was like, you might have to stay a little bit longer, so he was like, alright. And then we get my phone out, and it was like the fact she like grabbed him, I was like, and then he was just like, but then he was like, I literally can't. They are so cute, and I just love them. Like, like, please. I have literally loved them from day one, so like, I was screaming. And so yeah, that was precious. And obviously the whole fight, and then like once they'd done it, they were still like linked, and then she was like, whoa, but he was like, it's okay. I need help, like, because oh my god. Okay, this one is also, this is like one of my favourite moments, and it was so brief, I can't even cope with it, but it was so cute. So it's from the next episode of Kwame's Choice Part 2, and so it's, how do you say that? Deflagration. Yeah, you're gonna have to excuse my pronunciation for some of these, because deflagration, and it's when he holds her hand.
I wonder what happened to Ladybug.
I hope Cat Noir is okay.
I'm sure he is.
Whoa. So yeah, they're still not Ladybug Cat Noir, because obviously now they've given them away, and obviously she's back at school. And I think they're having like a comrade meeting, you know, because Nino did that thing where he's like comrade ketchup and shit. And of course, we're on about it. So then we're talking, like, you know, they're talking about, because now we have new heroes and things. And so then they're a bit like, I wonder how Ladybug is. I wonder how Cat Noir is. And so he just sort of looks at her and then like, oh, whoa. I literally can't. It was so cute. The way he just sort of grabbed her hand like that. And she was just, I'm sure he is. And then she's like, whoa. And I was like, what is happening? Just hold his bloody hand. Like, why are you still being like that? Even though, I mean, yeah, it was one of them, because technically, the way they already sort of knew by the end of it that by this point, Adrian knew that she was in love with him because of the hand games they were playing. But basically she was like, I need time, you know, like, I need time. And we were still a bit clueless then. We were like, why? But we find out why. So then it made more sense. But I was just like, what is happening? Like, just hold his hand. Like, it's, oh yeah, because that made me think actually, isn't there, yeah, literally. So there's more from Deflagration, and yeah, that just made me realise because oh my god, that was precious though, but I've put, they have a private table at lunch / she tries to hold his hand.
Thanks, Adrian.
Are you okay, Marinette? If you're not ready, you don't have to.
Oh my god, yeah. So, like, this was so cute, again, because I was like, what? The fact that he made, I'm sure he did that, like, please, of course he did. Where it was a table, and he put a little flower, was it a rose? Of course it was. And then they, in a way, I was just like, because they were all watching, and she was just like, stop watching me. And then he just had his hand there, like, whenever you're ready, basically. Like, he's like, you don't have to if you can't. Because she was like trying to. That was weird. I was just like, hold his hand. It's not hard. Like, what are you doing? But still, he was just so understanding at this point. And he was just like, whenever you're ready, but also you don't have to. And then she's like, I don't want to be friends with you. But he was like, we what? And she was like, I don't mean it like that. They are literally the most goofy, adorable people I've ever seen on a show, like, literally. And then, of course, Chloe the bitch had to step up and come over, but Adrian was just like, please. Because, of course, then, whoa, she, like, flew off a chair, and she came over, and he was just like, piss off, like, I don't care about you. Helped her up. Because then I took your hand, because I helped you up. Sat you back down, and he was just like, go away, you're a bitch. And the difference between, like, him looking at her, like, don't say that, it's not nice. Oh yeah, because she spilled the tea. She was like, she has a crush on you, but he was like, yeah, I hope so, because have you not noticed what we're doing? Like, I already know that shit, you're kind of late. And then he just, like, sits back down with, like, to her, but then looks back at Marinette, like, and I was just like, wow. I can't. I actually loved as well how much towards, like, that, like, in that, he hated Chloe, like, because, of course, I used to be still alright with you, but, like, he was like, fuck you. I mean, to be honest, is this also the one? I think it is, to be honest. I'm like, please do not delete anything, because, like, But, like, let me just see. Adrian, oh, yes. Maybe it wasn't this one then. But there was a one where, I think I'll mention it because I'll get to it, but there was a one where he, like, at the end, was like, we are no longer friends, Chloe. Like, I genuinely hate you because you were a bitch to Marinette, yeah. But yeah, I just couldn't. That was hilarious, so, yeah. Okay, so I do have one more from Deflagration. If I say it, Deflagration, I'm probably saying that wrong. But it's just Adrian being protective. And I had to have a moment where I was like, what was that? But it was when, after that moment at the table, Chloe got akumatized. And it was because of that. So he was sort of like grabbing hold of her to be like, watch out, babes. Loved it.
Don't run, Dupen Chang. I'll help you finally find a shoe that fits.
So yeah, that's pretty much it, to be honest. I've already sort of said it, but like, yeah. I just love his protective boyfriend mode. It's so cute. Because, of course, she was akumatized and she was like, rah, and so everyone was like, ah! And they were trying to do that thing that they were talking about as a comrade. So he was just like, shit, come here. And then also, because, of course, she then ran away to, like, help with whatever was going on. You know, I think because Tiki, yeah. And then he was like, where is she? And so I just love that. Even, like, those kind of moments where he's just like, where is she? I'm just like, stop. So, yeah, that was very brief, but it was still cute. Holy shit. Yeah, this one's so funny. So the next episode I have is Perfection. And the first one I have from that, I've named it as Mark and Nathaniel's plan to set them up.
Look into each other's eyes. In our plan, our story, the characters are very, very close. That's it, that's it.
I was born for this role. Come on, kids. We need feeling. We need poetry. That's it. You're almost there. Let yourself fly.
Places, everyone. Today we're going to practice empathetic listening. You are going to take the hands of the person.
Holy shit. Yeah. I couldn't cope with this either because obviously Mark and Nathaniel are goals as well and they're precious, and I just love the fact that they were all trying so hard because they were like, what is happening? Like they've already established feelings and they like each other, but why are they still being awkward? And they're just like, it's just who they are. But like all the things that they did, and honestly the things that attacked me the most was the like drawings he had of them. Like, wow, that was so cute. Like the first one where it was them just like being cutesy, I was like, I'm dead. It was so cute. Because obviously, Nathaniel draws the stuff. And so he did it. I was like, woo! The fact that he was like committed into their like relationship. Like literally everyone ships them. And I'm like, wow. I love it so much. So of course they like did all those things for them to like try and, I don't know, do something. Because they had to like hold hands. But every time they like bashed into it or did something, she's like, sorry. No, I loved it. It was hilarious. Like, I feel like that was like a short like montage, whatever, but it was still like so cute because I also just love her friends, like trying to be supportive. It's a precious. Okay, so the next one is yet again from Perfection, and I've literally just named it what it is, which is
Moo! 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 Adrian, I love Moo! Adrian, I love Moo!
I don't know why I sort of added this, because I feel like it was just because it was funny, because it wasn't really even like, I need the moo. Oh my god, that was just like, wait. Tiki was just like, what? Because of course, for all that time, she was like trying to say it. I love you. And she just couldn't do it with the picture, but then she was like, moo, 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 moo. She was like, what? And I love moo. And she's just like, what the actual fuck? Oh, honestly, it made me laugh so much. And then, of course, like, she was like, bye, I need the moo. And they were all like, sorry. So yeah, that then leads into that moment, which is... I'm not being funny, but like, this was cute, but sometimes I just can't watch it because I kind of cringe at it. Is it just me? But it's when Adrian sings to her.
Well, Marinette, this song's for you. I don't need a grand declaration.
My, it was precious, it was, but I just can't. Like, I don't know why, but I just can't watch it because it makes me cringe, and I don't know why. I really hate that. I'm like, don't make me cringe, because I meant to like it, but I just, I don't know. There was just something about it where I was like, ugh. So I just kind of, you know, but honestly, it was cute because her face the whole time, because she was like, Adrian sings, and they were like, yes, for you, and then she was just like. I was just like, whoa. And they were like, haha, look at her face. She's living for it. Because, of course, like, they tried all this shit, didn't they? And so then he was like, I have this song. I'm telling Luca about it. I have this that I wrote for her. He's like, great. So, I just got. But then, of course, she was like, bye, I need the moo. And they were all like, what? She was like, was it my song? And they were like, absolutely not. Your song was beautiful. It was her. It's her being her, basically. So funny. And I think that was it, really. She then ditched, and then that was it. That was like the end of the episode. Adrian was just left hanging. Like, great. Note to self: let's not sing to her again, because she'll run away. Oh, okay. So the next episode I have is migration, and yeah, again for a minute I was like, what do I mean by that? But then I was like, oh my god, yeah. So this is the bit I've basically just named it as typical Adrienette awkwardness.
Hello there, Marinette.
Hey, Adrian! What a surprise! We're stuck. How silly being stuck. We should try to loosen up.
It's okay to be stuck sometimes. I can help you.
Loosen up? Nah, no. It's okay. I can do it myself.
So yes, it's the bit where they do the like passy thing, because he's like, yeah, she's just spoke to Luca, and now he's coming down with his keyboard, and he's like, she's like, whoa, hi, and then he's just like, hey, and then they do the passy thing. We're stuck, but like, I just can't with that moment, because then Luca's stood there and looking at them, and it's like between them as them and them as Lady War, and I'm like, don't do that, because that is literally what everyone thinks when we watch the show. We look at them. I mean, whenever it's Lady War, I struggle to do it with Adrienette, because I'm like, that is not them. I'm like, that is not them. But then when it's Adrienette and they flick between, I'm like, whoa. I'm like, don't do that. But yeah, that was literally like a tiny second. But yeah, again, it was like, and she was just like, never mind, bye. And he was just like, I think that's when he like wanted to bloody, oh my god, bloody Luca with his like free therapy sessions. That was so funny. Then, yeah. So Migration did have scenes, but yeah, again, they were only a sort of brief, because it was like, this was the only other one, but technically it wasn't really, like, even with her. It was just him worrying about her, because obviously he'd got acclimatized at this point, bloody Bob Roth, and so then we were all like running away, but then he didn't know where she was, so he was like, where is she?
Luca, where's Marinette? Have you seen her? She must have hidden somewhere. Or gotten captured by Gold Record. I've got to go and help her.
So yeah, I just include it because I'm like, stop, because it's just him being concerned and I love it. And of course, yeah, again, Luca was hilarious because he was just like, she's probably hidden somewhere else. And he was just like, no, what if she's, and he's like, no, she's fine. Because I know she's just got to transform because she's Ladybug. And also, you need to transform as well because Captain War. That makes me laugh every time. Like, it was so funny. And he was just like, what? Like, actually, okay, yeah. So the next episode is, how do you say it? Derision. Is that how you say it? And this is the one that I was on about, where like we actually find out the backstory about why Marinette's being all weird about accepting a relationship. So the first one I have is, I basically just called it swimming pool dates. But basically that's what happens in the day. So the first thing that happens is, this was precious, but Adrian calls her to wake her up.
Adrian?
Good morning, Marinette. I was just calling to tell you how excited I am that we're meeting at the swimming pool later, and to wake you up, just in case you were still sleeping.
Good call. I'm super excited too.
Well, yeah, like I say, I can't. The fact that they kept calling each other, so yet again, he rang her, and he was like, hey babes, I'm so excited for our like date at the swimming pool today, but also get up, because I know what you're like, you will sleep in. I was just like, help! But the fact they were like throwing in that he knew her so well, you know, like, well, I know you oversleep, so get up, because like, I wanted to make sure you weren't sleeping. Help me. And she was just like, thanks, boy. And then she was like, oh, she was doing all that like ditheriness. And Tiki was like, what's up? She's like, I don't know, I feel weird. Oh my god. I was like, shit, don't do that. It sort of like gave anxiety. Like I was like, whoa, that's me. Like that was like kind of like making me feel the same, because like I know how that feels, girl. Why I actually do. And then obviously the swimming pool date, I named it, where like she then obviously like goes on her buggy and she's like, hi. Oh my god, that was cute as well.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, because obviously she actually does hold his hand in that moment, and they walk in. But then she's still like, because obviously she sees the picture of Kim, and she's like, so then she was like, whoo, and he was like, are you alright? Because like, yeah, again, he was concerned for her. He was like, you're shaking, are you okay? And she was like, yeah, fine. And then runs off and obviously goes into her thing, and he's just like, are you sure you're okay? And it's just like, help me. I love it. I love when boyfriends and girlfriends are like concerned for them. Like, it's just so cute. It really is, and I die. The next one. Yeah, like he was so protective in this episode. I loved it. But then, yeah, this is when I've named it as Adrian gets mad at Kim when he tells him what he did to her.
She always reacts like that when someone pranks her.
What on earth are you talking about? You did that to Marinette? How could you say that in front of me?
Oh my, yeah, I was like, I just couldn't get over it as well, that Kim just had the audacity to just say that to them, as if like there was not an issue in it. Like, oh yeah, you're her boyfriend now, and you're my girlfriend, but yeah, I'm just gonna tell you, like, it's funny, you know, like, haha, you'll laugh with me. But they were both just like, what? They were like, excuse me. And literally Adrian was pissed, and I was like, oh, because of course, like, that was also cute where they were getting in the pool, need hands, and I was like, ah, but then she was like, no, bye, and he was like, shit, what's up? So then of course he tells them. Oh my god, and Ondine was hilarious because she was like, how dare you say that to me and do those things? Because of course he even admitted that Chloe is the most beautiful girl, and she was like, what? I'm your girlfriend, why the fuck would you say that to my face? And why would you, like, say all those things that you did to Marinette, to her boyfriend? And he was literally stood there like, and I was just like, oh. And of course then, you have the audacity to get akumatized. And I'm like, why? Mainly because Marinette was going to and refused it. So, like, but, like, I just couldn't. And him being kind of, oh, whoa. He was like, I'm going to rip that smile off your face. And she was just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? And he's just like, I'm going to pummel this guy. She's like, it's fine. You don't need to. He's like, yeah, I do. Help. I mean, that was giving Adrienette, but also not. It was giving Maricat because, of course, I'm transformed now. And it's because of Marinette that I'm doing it. So it's just like, But, yeah. I just couldn't cope. Like, bloody Kim just didn't seem to care at all that I'm just telling you this. He was, like, expecting him to laugh. And I'm like, why would you do that? Like, when it's who it is, like, what the hell? Oh my god. Yeah, so this is also from Derision, and basically, yeah, because then we find out, because basically this episode was weird, because obviously we had the little bit of when he got akumatized, but of course, when she was about to be, she was then showing the whole reason, and that made sense then. But I was still a bit like, the heck? Like, you've had feelings for Kim? I'm like, what? So, like, so random. But obviously not, because, like, that was before she knew Adrian. And so it showed why she was all, like, iffy about the relationship. So, of course, then she tells him the reason. And he's also speaking some mushy-gushy shits.
I finally figured out why I keep making things so difficult. Why I'm so afraid of telling you how I feel. I know you'd never mean to hurt me, but somehow I'm still scared.
Scared of doing something wrong? Scared of hurting you? Scared of someone else hurting you? Scared of losing you?
Oh, I actually can't. Like, that was like, whoa. And the bit that melted me was the, like, scared of losing you. And I was just like, oh, because he was like, well, it's new for me as well. Because obviously, like, she was just like, well, I want to be with you, but I'm now scared of a relationship because of everything that happened. But he's like, yeah, I know now because the dick decided to tell me as a joke. But I was like, what? So, yeah. So he's like, no, it's fine. And he kept saying, we've got all the time in the world. And she's just like, yeah, I suppose we have. And so, yeah, I just couldn't. But he just killed me. Because he was just like, I'm scared of, what was it? Scared of hurting you, scared of someone else hurting you, scared of losing you. I was like, oh, whoa, I'm attacked. Aha! There it is. Adrian's protective boyfriend mode. And then I put in brackets to Chloe from this. It was the end of this episode, Derision, when he went to her and he was like, like, how dare you? And like, we will never be friends. But then she was a bit like, I don't give a shit, to be honest, because I hate you anyways. So, but still, it was like, yeah. Aha! Oh my god, yeah. So the next episode is Intuition, and yet again, phone calling each other. So this is what I've called Marinette calls Adrian for no reason, slash, he tells his dad he likes spending time with her. Oh my god, yes!
Is there anyone else you like to spend time with?
Well, fancy that, Marinette. I like spending time with Marinette.
Guess what I'm calling for? Nothing! Can you believe it? I'm calling you randomly, totally out of the blue for no reason at all.
So you didn't write down everything you might need to say to me based on everything I might say to you?
Not at all! Well, I did.
Oh, because yeah, this was where he was being irritating, because obviously pancakes every day, and he was just like, I don't want your pancakes, they're a bit disgusting, but oh well. But yeah, and it was just like, yeah, because I don't know why he brought it up, but yeah, it was like, who else apart from like me and Natalie do you like spending time with? And then she was ringing and he was like, Marinette, I like to spend time with Marinette. And then he answered the call and I was just like, whoa. And of course then she was just like, guess what I'm calling for? Nothing. And I'm just like, help. And yet again he just knew her, because of course he was like, so you didn't plan like everything that you're gonna answer to me based on what I might say to you? And she was just like, yes, I did. She's just like, no. And she's, yeah, I did. I'm like, and she's like, and I can't, because obviously it's showing like Gabriel doing like with his arm, but I could still listen to them in the background because she was like saying something, and then he was like, congratulations, and then she was like, thank you, and I was just like, why are they so cute? I mean, I think it's just because they're starting to be natural with each other, and I needed that, because of course every other Adrienette we got, like Marinette just spoke weird to him, and he was just like but like now, like he was genuinely like like all over her, and you know, like we're talking differently because I like you, you know, and like I want to be with you kind of thing. And so I was like, wow. I was just like, I love them. To be honest, I always forget that that's even in that episode, so it was quite nice to like rewatch it, and then I got to act. So there's that, and then there's one more scene from Intuition, which is Adrian walks her to the nurse's office because she needs to see the nurse.
Oh, Alia, I'm not feeling very good. I think I should go see the nurse.
I'll take you over there, Marinette.
Okay. Thanks, Adrian. Thanks for walking me over, Adrian. Be careful, okay?
Oh my god. Yeah. Again, I'm like, wait. Because she basically does it because she needs to transform, because like, shit, what's going on? And yeah, Alia's just like, It's just funny though, because she doesn't like help her. She's just like, I don't know. And so she's just like, yeah, right, it's fine, do it. And so they walk to the thing. And it's just, yeah, again, I think he's concerned, but it was also like, thanks for saying that, because I also needed to get out of there to transform into Cat Noir. So like, that's probably why he did it. He's like, I'll take you there. And she's just like, I mean, yeah, right. And then, yeah. Oh my god. But they were both cute because they both sit together like, be careful, okay? And I was just like, help. But it's almost like, I'll see you in a minute. Because, yeah, you know, I'm literally about to come and join you. So like, but I liked it. Oh my god. Okay, this episode had me in a chokehold for a while. I feel like I still love this episode like a lot. It's so cute. It's protection, and of course by the name you just know like what's gonna happen. But the first thing the first thing is the gang plan their first kiss, and I've just put doesn't go well in brackets.
Our plan is to help you live out a magical moment that will make you want to kiss each other without needing to say a word. So we've reserved a pot on the Ferris wheel just for the two of you. It'll finally be kissy time.
Magic!
A camera will allow us to make sure that everything's going according to plan.
Magic of the kiss!
And that way you'll have a photo of your first kiss. And from there, ta-da! Perfect love for life!
I'm not being funny, but like this was cute, but it was like, please, like you're expecting us to do all of that, and then you're watching, because when I first watched it, I was like, oh, that is quite cute actually, because of what they'd done, and all the like, yeah, again, the art they showed of them like growing old and stuff. I was like, help, but that was so cute. But then it was the fact that they were in a pod and then they were both in like groups either side watching, and I was like, well, no shit, it's like no wonder we're gonna not do it, because you're looking at us and you've put pressure on us to like do exactly what you've made us do. But I still loved it, because obviously it was cute, because they were like telling them what to do, and they had the little thing with like different pictures on the front. And yet again, Adrian was so cute because he knows her so well, because it's like, she's like, but what if I want to get out? Or like, what if I, you know, that, and then he was like, but what if Marinette wants to leave? And I'm just like, what? It's like, it's so cute. Like, he just knows her so well, and I'm just like, whoa. But like, I mean, it would have been precious, like, if they had kissed, but we couldn't have done that. It's like, after you told us everything, expecting us to know exactly what we have to do, and then you're staring at us, like, as we're doing it, and you're going to take a photo or something. I was like, no, we don't need that. Like, we're alright, you know, we'll be fine. We're gonna kiss a different time. But like, yeah. And then obviously, I always laughed when they were both just like, and they were quite far away from each other. And then, can we get off now? And they literally like said it in unison. It made me laugh so much. And obviously the music was like, and then it was like, because like they didn't do it. And I was just like, obviously, like it was cute, but I was also like, well, no shit. So yeah, but it was sad because then she ran off. She was like, I don't have the magic in me, and he was like, like he was sad, and I was like, whoa.
7?
Can we get off now?
Oh!
So yeah, that then led into the next part, which is Adrien tells Kagami he feels bad for not realising Marinette's in love with him.
But now that I know it's because she loves me and she freaks out about telling me, I feel bad. Because it means that this whole time she's been uncomfortable around me and I haven't done anything to help her.
Shit. I mean, yes, because then that basically did confirm everything else that we always thought. Where he then actually admitted that he didn't realise, and of course then he felt bad for it. Like, he was like, oh no, how could I? So then of course, I mean, it was just like, oh my god. Because Kagami just did not care. She broke up with him and she was just like, no, we're not getting back together. But then he says all this stuff and then all of a sudden I, like, love you again. And it's just like, what? Like, I'm just like, oh my god. But yeah, he says all these things and it was so cute. He plans to do this picnic for her and I'm like, yeah. But, like, in a way, I don't blame her. But also, like, not now, because you had your chance, basically. So, like, you missed out, girl. You broke up with me. So, like, yeah. And you've been trying to, like, get us together for ages. So, basically, whoops. Because now we're together forever. So, like, in your face. Not really. No, because I love her. But, yeah. It had to happen because she got to get akumatized again. Oh, my God. Yes, this next one is obviously he invites her then over for a secret picnic, and obviously they do piss about a little bit, because like then his dad's like no, and then he's like no, and then Natalie the Queen was like what? So then he redid it again, and then she come back again. It's just the fact that it kills me, because obviously she was like gonna buzz and then it opens, so she's like, whoa, that's a first. And then obviously she was in her pajamas and so he was all excited about it, and then he just looked at her like, right, and she was just like, ugh. But then he was like, hang on there, and then goes and then comes back wearing his pajamas.
I forgot something. Don't go anywhere. It's better this way.
Whoa! That was like, wow. Honestly, I was just like, shit, now stop that now. And she was just like, okay, like, oh. Honestly, I loved it. And then obviously I take you out to the picnic and it was so cute. I can't cope with it. Like, I did this for you, and I was like, help me. Like, it was so good in this episode. I loved it. And then she was like, wow, like she was like, oh my god, you've outdone yourself. I love it. It's so cute.
Wow.
And then I think then it goes then into the next thing I had. yeah. I was like, oh my. But yeah, basically I've wrote what they say. So it's where they sit down and obviously, well, she's already there and he's carrying the basket, and she's like, what's in that? This part was so Lady War of them. Honestly, it was.
Adrien, what's in there?
Take a look.
Wow!
Maybe you would rather watch a movie?
You're kidding, right?
Woo! Honestly, when I first saw that, I was dead. But then I was waiting for it to be in their voices, in, you know, Bryce and Christina doing it. And oh my god, the way they pulled it off, I was like, oh! Because the whole, like, she just throws in the controller. It's like, oh, and then you're kidding, right? Woo! I was like, wow, she needs to do that well, because like the way that for a while that killed me just in French, and I was just like, I need it. I think it was more of like the way that she just threw the thing and she was just like, you're kidding, right? And I was just like, why is that so Laney War of them? I mean, I know Adrian was a little bit like, I mean, we can't, unless you want to watch a movie, like he was still a bit like, but then she was like, please, you know, like it was just that attitude, and so I just needed it, and she just said it so well. I was so satisfied with it. And so every time it kills me, I literally love it so much. Because she's like, hell yes! But he's like, we don't have to. And she's like, you're kidding, right? I literally love it. And yeah, again, it's precious because he knows that she loves playing video games. I mean, he probably thought, yeah, maybe we should actually, because I forget that you're way better than me. Because, like, yeah, the other time we realised that. But no, I literally love that moment. It was great. Oh my god, there is literally loads from this episode. Or, yeah, because the next thing is cloud watching together. What? And Marinette holds his hand. And then Adrien asks if she's ready for their relationship. Yes.
What do you see in that one?
A horse. How about that one?
Oh, yeah, wow. I couldn't cope with it because obviously we're like, Lay, and he's like, what's that? And then what's that? And then she's like, oh, and I'm like, whoa, that's kind of graphic. Like, it's not going to be that detailed in the clouds, like, is it? I'm like, whoa. It's me and you kissing. And she, what? I actually got him. Maybe it's because he saw it as well. That's why I did it. Like, what's that? Do you see it too? But then, the way I was literally giggling and screaming because, of course, she then was like, and then she just sort of, she did it, you know, she slid her hand and touched it, and then, of course, he was like, and blushed, and was like, and then they had, I couldn't cope with it, and that's when he, because some people are like, ready for what? Because obviously he's like, are you sure you're ready? But it's like, are you ready for this relationship? You know, like, are you ready now? Like, are you ready to, like, go there sort of thing? I mean, some people may thought it could have been, like, the kiss. Because, of course, they talked about the kiss at the beginning. Because they tried to do it still. Like, it was cute. Because, you know... I just couldn't cope with it. He was just like being so cute. Like it was the consent, you know. He was just like, are you ready now? And she was like, yes. And of course then they really like sort of cuddled or whatever, and they like faced each other. And he was on about I love admiring the clouds in my pajamas. Stop. And then of course we got cop blocked because she was like, here I am, and they were like, what? And I was just like, oh my. But still, I still loved it. Because then that probably leads into, yes, that then leads into the next thing I have, which is Adrien protecting her from, obviously, Kagami akumatized.
Adrien, move away from that liar right now!
Kagami, we've talked about this.
Protect Marinette and is now paying the price.
Hide there, I'll get help.
Too late.
Kagami, what's happened to you? There has to be some misunderstanding. If I hurt you without realizing it, tell me.
Woo! Oh my! Yeah, this was like, whoa! Because, like, I just loved the protectiveness again. Because, obviously they were like, holy shit! And so then he was like, and I was like, ah! But there's so many moments, because obviously he did that, and then it's the bit where she's like, and he's just like holding her, like, watch out, babes! Ah! Stop! And then, of course, he sort of like stands in front of her, he's like, get behind me, babes, and he's just like, Kagami, what the hell? And she's just sort of like behind, like, whoa. I actually love that. I love it so much when he's like really like in that way protective, and he's just like, get behind me, and I can't. And then she gets distracted, so then he's like, quick, run, go in my bathroom, because then he takes her to... And then, of course, she's like, here I am. And Marinette's like, what the heck? But Adrien's behind, like, babes, be careful, like, oh. And then, of course, yeah, again, I get in front of you with my fencing thing. And he's like, run, babes. Oh, yeah. I loved it so much. Like, like, protection. So, obviously, they were going to show so much of him protecting her because, like, obviously. And I loved it. Because even, like, when she did she, like, shoved him in the thing, didn't she? And then he was like, no! Because, of course, she ran off to, like, find Marinette. I mean, she didn't really hurt her, though, did she? All she did was shove her in that thing. And then, of course, it was easy for me to just get you out of it, so... But... Stop. And then, of course, we have the last scene, which is, like... Wow. Honestly, I melted. I died on the spot. But the fact that yeah. But it's basically Adrien's speech about how much he loves her.
Marinette's not a liar or a manipulator. She's brave, generous. She listens to others. Unlike Lila, her actions prove it every day. And that's why I love her.
This was so cute. But like, I can't get over the fact that he had to like say it in front of her, Kagami. But I feel like that was why, because that bitch, Lila. Like, for some reason, I don't know why Kagami decided to be friends with her. Like, I really don't know. But either way, she obviously like said all the shit, and made her believe that shit easily. And then she was like, "You're a liar," and she was just like, "Sorry." But then of course, she was like saying all this, and then she was like, "That's a lot of shit." But then of course Adrian appeared, and he was like, "Maybe you'll believe me then." And so he had to say all this stuff, and I was just like, help. But it's just the fact that he sort of was saying it, and it's like, that's why I love her. But he was sort of like saying it to her as well, and she was just like, how she was able to like still be stood there, because like the way that Marinette normally is with him, I'm like, how are you now like fine with it? You know, like, how are you now like not fainting at him saying that shit to you? Because like, wait, it was so cute. But of course then she had to drop to the ground in tears, and they were like, oh shit. But like, I still like, I mean, can you imagine that after he said that, they kissed, you know, like, oh, we'll kiss now, but we'll still do it in front of Kagami. Kagami was like, thanks for rubbing it in, but like that would have been so cute, because like after the whole episode of us like trying to and we couldn't, sort of thing. But no, it was more about then she was like, and so we had to comfort you, and it was just like, good groove. But still, I still loved his like speech that he said, like those things he said about her. I was like, stop that now. Because of course, like she mentioned Lila and then manipulating with lies. They were both like, well, that's bullshit. Because of course they both know, and he obviously heard and was like, nope. So I'm gonna tell you why. Oh, stop! I literally loved. Adrian was so good in season 5. Like, I'm not kidding, but in my opinion, I loved him so much. So I was happy. Alright, so I've decided that this is going to have to be split into parts, as usual, because, yeah, it's already really long, and I've still got so much more to talk about, and so I feel like it'll end up having a part 2 right now. Plus, I'm still recovering from, like, a really horrible, like, chesty, coughy, cold thing, and so my voice is going, like, already. So I'm going to end it, and yeah, eventually I'll get around to doing another part, because I have to, because like the later stuff is so exciting to talk about and I have to do it. It's just, I'm dying. So yeah, we'll leave it there, but I still enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. Let me know what you think for the ones I said, and yes, I'll see you in part 2. Bye bye. Sorry. But I'm like, what? Because I'm pretty sure that I wrote down, is that not from this one? Oh my god, no, that's from Intuition. Oh my good grief. I'm literally forgetting. Because like, what was Illusion? Oh my god, the fact that they made them like that, I forget what the fuck this from. I forget, I get them confused. Oh my god, okay, amazing. Okay, in terms of, yeah. What's that? Whoa, Top Gun Maverick's coming out on Netflix. We stop. That was a great film.